right, welcome to your 4th week lesson, 2nd grade. So as I told you in the introduction video, you're going to need something to tap on, whether you have a bucket similar to the ones that we use in the music classroom, or you have something maybe that's half the size or really small. That is totally fine. If you got a bucket, that would be great. If you do not have a bucket of some kind, you can tap on the floor, you can tap on your leg, you can tap on a table. Just make sure you're not messing with anything that you're not allowed to mess with, okay? So make sure you've got stuff that you can tap on. But we are going to share the screen so we can look at our pizza pie rhythms. Okay, you guys, so here is our rhythm practice. So we can look at the different rhythms that we're going to be doing in this bucket drumming of our pizza rhythms. Okay, so let me scroll down. Let's just practice some basic rhythms. So for our purposes, for our pizza pie bucket drumming, instead of saying ta when we see this symbol, we're going to say pie instead. And you're just simply going to tap, just straight pie. So it's pie, 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 pie. Real simple. See if you guys can try that. Ready? Go. Pie, 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 pie. Excellent. Now for pizza, that is normally our TT, but for our purposes for this activity, we're going to say pizza instead. So which is basically the same as 2 sounds on 1 beat. You can either say TT, but for this one, we're going to say pizza. So it's still 2 sounds on 1 beat, no matter. So it's pizza, 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 pizza. Real simple. See if you guys can try that. 1, 2, ready, go. Pizza, 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 pizza. Now let's put that together. 1, 2, ready, go. Pie, 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 pie. Pizza, 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 pizza. Real simple so far, you guys, okay? Now let's scroll down and look at some more difficult rhythms. And you can even see it says here, more difficult. But you guys have got this. We've already looked at this rhythm. If you remember back to when we did the song Tidy-O, that was when we saw this particular pattern, which was Tikitika. And remember, Tikitika is 4 sounds happening on 1 beat, okay? I'll say that again. Tikitika is 4 sounds happening on 1 beat. So for our purposes for this activity, instead of saying Tikitika, we're going to say pepperoni, okay, which is one of my favorite toppings. All right, so remember, this one's going to feel like it's moving a little faster because we got to get all those sounds in on 1 beat. So let's do 1 pepperoni before we try all 4 of these. So just easy, pepperoni. Ready, go, pepperoni. Now, let's see if we can do all 4 of them. Ready, go, pepperoni, 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 pepperoni. Now let's compare that to what we just did with the TT and the ta. Remember, it was ta, 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 or we say pie. My apologies for not saying pie. Let's try that again, saying pie. Pie, 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 pie. Now switch to the pizza. Pizza, 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 pizza. Now we do the pepperoni. So this one's going to feel like it's going faster, but it's really not. It's just more sounds on each beat. Pepperoni, 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 pepperoni. Just like that. All right, moving down. Now, it says that these particular patterns are supposed to be challenging, but in fact, this is the same thing we talked about with our song Bim Bum last week, okay? We've got Tikitis and Titikas, okay? But for our purposes, we're going to use the phrases gooey cheese and hamburger. All right, so let's talk about gooey cheese first. So we've got gooey cheese. Now this is 3 sounds. All these symbols here are 3 sounds happening on 1 beat. But the different patterns, whether those 2 lines happen at the beginning of it or the 2 lines happen at the end of the little rhythmic symbol, makes a difference as far as where the quickness is going to go. So for example, gooey cheese. Okay, that was 3 quick beats. Now I'm going to do hamburger. Hamburger. Notice I hold on for a second. Hamburger. And the burger part of my word hamburger comes quicker, okay? All right, so let's see if you can do 4 gooey cheeses back to back. 1, 2, ready, go. Gooey cheese, gooey cheese, gooey cheese, gooey cheese. All right, very good. Now let's switch over to the hamburger part. So for this one, it's hamburger, 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 hamburger. See how that feels different? Let's try that again. So do the 4 gooey cheeses and then do the 4 hamburgers. Here we go. Gooey cheese, gooey cheese, gooey cheese, gooey cheese. I don't know about you, but I'm getting a little hungry. All right, now let's do the 4 hamburgers. Here we go. Hamburger, 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 hamburger. Notice on the gooey cheese, it's the word cheese that gets the little bit of extra as far as how long it's going to last. And on the word hamburger, it's the ham that gets the little extra. And then anything that's got the 2 lines connecting it instead of just 1 line, those are the ones that you got to move through a little quicker. Okay? All right, so it's like we said last week, it's like taking half of a Tikitika and then one of my T's from a TT pattern and smooshing them together. Now, let's scroll down. Now that we've looked at all of these patterns, let's start combining those, okay? So let's see if you can do this one first. So let's look it over. We got 8 total beats, and the reason I say 8 is because 1, 2, 3, that's that 3rd one right there. And then my 4th one is right here. Then I've got my number 5, 6, 7, and 8. So that's my 8 beats. And notice on top of some of the beats, I get 2 sounds. And on top of some of the beats, I'm only making 1 sound. So I've got lots of sounds happening, but they're happening over 8 beats. Remember that. That's very, very important. Okay, so now let's go in and see if we can say this pattern. So use your pies and your pizzas as you do your taps with your buckets. Make sure you're saying it as you're playing it, as always. So let's try it. 1, 2, ready, go. Pie, pie, pizza, pie. Pizza, 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 pie. You guys are awesome. Let's do that again. Ready, go. Pie, pie, pizza, pie. Pizza, 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 pie. All right. Okay, so let's keep putting these rhythms together. Now we take some of the more tricky ones and add them in, okay? All right, now, how many beats do we see on the screen? 8. Just like earlier, we see 8 on the screen. So we've got beat number 1 here, beat number 2 here, here's number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and beat number 8. And as you can see, there's lots of sounds on the page, but we're doing it all over 8 beats, okay? All right, so our first beat is what? That's right, it says pepperoni. So let's try just the pepperoni. Ready, go. Pepperoni, okay? Now let's do the pizza, which is just 2 sounds on 1 beat. Ready, go. Pizza, okay? Let's do another pepperoni. Ready, go. Pepperoni. Now let's do another pizza. Pizza. Now let's see if we can put that together. So when we put it together, it will come out pepperoni pizza, pepperoni pizza, okay? Which is one of my favorites. Is it your favorite? Yeah, I bet. All right, let's try it. Ready, go. Pepperoni pizza, pepperoni pizza. Excellent. Now let's go ahead and jump in and see if we can do that second line, okay? So we got 2 what? Back to back. That's right, 2 pepperonis. Then we say pizza, and then we end with pie. All right, let's give it a shot. Ready? Go. Pepperoni, pepperoni, pizza, pie. Excellent. Now let's put both lines together, all of it together. 1, 2, ready, go. Pepperoni, pizza, pepperoni, pizza, pepperoni, pepperoni, pizza, pie. Awesome. You guys are good at this. Okay, now, of course, we got to add the gooey cheese and the hamburger. So let's practice gooey cheese and hamburger before we throw them in, okay? So let's do gooey cheese first, okay? Ready, go. Gooey cheese. Do that one more time. Ready, go. Gooey cheese. All right. Now let's do the phrase hamburger. And remember, ham is the one that's the longer one. Ready? Go. Hamburger. Cool. So let's go back to the top line, which starts with gooey cheese. Let's look at the first beat. Gooey cheese, of course. What's on the second beat? What's on this beat right here? Pizza. That's right. And then we say what again? Gooey cheese. And we end the line with pie. All right, so let's give this first line a shot. You ready? Ready, go. Gooey cheese pizza, gooey cheese pie. Let's try that again, because those Tikitas and Tikitas can be a little tricky. Let's try it. Ready, go. Gooey cheese pizza, gooey cheese pie. Excellent. Now let's look at our second line. What does the second line start with? Hamburger. That's right. What is our second beat? Pie. What's our third beat? Hamburger again, and we end with pizza. Did you notice that they switched? Pie was over here, and they moved it to the second beat for our second line. Pizza was right here, and then they moved it down here to the fourth beat for a second. So we just kind of switched some things around. So let's see if we can try this second line. Ready? Go. Hamburger pie, hamburger pizza. Oh, cool. Let's do that again. Ready? Go. Hamburger pie, hamburger pizza. Excellent. Now let's see if you can put it all together, starting with gooey cheese. Ready? Go. Gooey cheese pizza, gooey cheese pie. Second line, hamburger pie, hamburger pizza. Just like that. You guys are awesome. So now let's scroll down. Let's keep scrolling down. Now we're ready to take these rhythms and create a song. And oh, wow. Let's zoom in and see what we got going on here. Now, if we were in a class where we would have everybody in here and everybody had their own buckets and we were putting this all together, I would be splitting you guys into two teams. And one team would be playing the big bucket line while one team plays the small bucket line, okay? But for our purposes right now, let's just look at the big bucket line, okay? Since it starts first, you'll notice the small bucket line up there. Notice that the small bucket line has these little symbols here. And that tells us they want us to wait till after our big bucket line has finished all this stuff here, then the small bucket line is supposed to start. But for our purposes, we're just going to look at the big bucket line, okay? So let's go ahead and jump in. Look at our phrase here. We've got, looks like pie, pie, pizza, pie. And how many times does that pattern repeat? Count it up. Count it with me. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're going to do the same 4-beat pattern 4 times in a row. So let's give it a shot. So we're looking at the big bucket line right here, and we're doing this pattern 4 times. Ready? Go. Pie, pie, pizza, pie. Pie, pie, pizza, pie. Are you looking? Pie, pie, pizza, pie. One more. Pie, pie, pizza, pie. Awesome. Now, if we go to our second line of the big bucket line, and that's shown as B right here, what we've got is a change in our pattern. Earlier we did pie, pie, pizza, pie. Now notice, what do we have? That's right, pizza, pie, pizza, pie. And how many times are we doing that pattern? Count it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4 again. So far we've had 2 patterns that are 4 beats long, and we've played them 4 times. So let's do our second pattern here. So starting with pizza pie on this big bucket line right here, okay? Ready, go. Pizza pie, pizza pie, pizza pie, pizza pie. Number 3, pizza pie, pizza pie. Drop down. Number 4, pizza pie. Last one, pizza pie. Awesome. Okay. Now, if we notice here, when we get to this spot, our pattern changes a lot. So now we've switched over to what? Yeah, pepperoni pizza, pepperoni pizza. Let's see if you can tap that. Ready? Go. Pepperoni pizza, pepperoni pizza. Awesome. All right, now let's move me over so I can scroll down. We're still looking at this big bucket line, and notice we have that same pattern here, here, and over there. So that means that that pattern we just did, we're supposed to again do that pattern 4 times in a row. So since we've already done it once, let's go ahead and do it 3 more times, starting with this big bucket line up here. Let's try it. Ready? Go. Pepperoni pizza, pepperoni pizza, pepperoni pizza. Notice whenever you get through reading a line, let me get rid of that. Whenever you get through reading a line, you have to jump down to this next line and make sure you're looking at that BB, the big bucket line. Okay, now I'm going to scroll down, and we've changed our pattern again. So what's our pattern this time? Look over here at the BB line. That's right. Pie, pie, pepperoni, pepperoni. Let's see if you can try it. So basically we added the pie and moved our pepperonis to the end. And from the looks of it, yeah, it's as we suspected. We're supposed to do this pattern 4 times in a row. So let's give it a shot. Ready? Go. Pie, pie, pepperoni, pepperoni. Pie, pie, pepperoni, pepperoni. Drop down. Ready? Down here. Go. Pie, pie, pepperoni, pepperoni. Pie, pie, pepperoni, pepperoni. Awesome. Now, after we do all of that, then our song finishes up. So that means they're going to change the pattern quickly a few times, okay? So now right here, we just have 4 pies. Down here, we got 4 more pies. See if you guys can try that. Ready? Go. Pie, 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 pie. 4 more. Pie, 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 pie. So we did this one. We did that one. Now let's move over to our ending. I know it looks a little weird with these X's right here. Just ignore that. Pretend those are little shaded in circles like we've been looking at. And just know that this is still TTs. Even though we've got 4 of them connected across the top, they're only connected with 1 line across the top. So that means they're still TTs, okay? It's still 2 sounds on 1 beat. But since we got 4 of them connected, we're actually making 4 sounds over 2 beats, okay? So let's see if we can try this. So we've got pizza, pizza. And then if you look on the other end of that, after the pizza, it's hamburger pie. Ready? Go. Pizza, pizza, hamburger pie. And I also want to point out, if you look above us here, you'll notice that we're playing the same thing that the small bucket line's going to be playing. Yeah. Okay. Let's do our last line, which again is the same as that small bucket line up there. All right. Notice we've got some gooey cheeses, we got some pepperonis, and we got some pies. Let's see if you guys can do that. Ready? Go. Gooey cheese, pepperoni pie. Let's do that again. Ready? Go. Gooey cheese, pepperoni pie. Awesome. Man, whew, that was a lot. I know. So what we're going to do next time is we're going to come back up and we're going to learn the other part of this, which is the small bucket. Oop, I went up too far. Hold on, let me scroll down a little bit here. Scrolling a little slow, my apologies. So next time I see you guys, we're going to be looking at the small bucket line right here. And then we're going to find some music that we can play this to that's not too fast so that our pepperonis don't like go like super duper fast, okay? Because we still have to make sure that we're playing the right number of sounds over the correct number of beats, okay? I know you guys get excited with this stuff and you tend to want to like go super fast, but you got to make sure that you're doing the correct number of sounds over the correct number of beats so that it's music and not just noise and tapping and stuff, okay? But I know you guys don't do that because you are more awesome than that. All right, so don't forget you need to go and take your quiz after this video is done. Your quiz can be located in the description below this video if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're watching this on Schoology, there should be the quiz embedded all the way in the bottom under this video. And if you just happen to be coming to this video from my website, then you can go back to the website and there is a link that you click that will take you to the quiz for our pizza pie rhythms that we have looked at today, okay? All right, so make sure you put your name on your quiz. I have a few people that have not put their names on their quizzes, so I don't know who to give credit to. If you're not putting your name on your quiz, you don't get credit for finishing your music lesson. So make sure you put your name on your quiz. And make sure, well, that you go take your quiz, okay? All right, I can't wait for you guys to get back into the room so that we are all tapping buckets together. But till then, just keep on drumming it home. So I will see you guys next week. Bye, everybody.